Peggy 18.
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Hello and welcome everyone to a new reality show looking for an apartment in the town of hell. Well, based on our enlisted people, there is quite the demand for better living conditions, and apparently in order to do that we have to go on another raid so these guys can find a decent spot to live at. Because right now we see only 5 houses, but if we do well, maybe we will be able to utilize some of the blueprints which we have for any other buildings. So in the last few episodes we did bunch of stuff from the Color of Madness DLC. I do wonder what we will manage to find this week. I'll just quickly go through what's available to us. We did lose Flagellant, but I do not like this one. Plague Doctor has horrible quirks. This would be our first Arbalest, but I'm just so happy with the Musketeer, I'm not even gonna bother. So let's take a look at what's available to us this week. So we have the option to kill the Miller in the Farmstead. This is actually a boss battle for which you would require level 4 or level 3 heroes. Weld offers us 1 medium or 1 veteran level quest with Gambler's Charm. Warrants, however, give us 3 options, so we can go for the Apprentice for 4,500. With Worrystone, we can go on Long Veteran, 11,250, 12 deeds, and 1 Raider's Talisman. So this is Grave Robber only specialized trinket, which gives you some decent amount of boosts, except of the minus 10% max HP. But usually you can manage to counter that by adding up more dodge to your Grave Robber. So this looks like a potentially interesting scenario. The medium champion level 1 gives us the same trinket, however we would only get 9,000 gold and 9 crests. In Cove we would get 1 commander's orders, and on the champion level we would get the Pagan Talisman with 9 deeds. So I'm actually thinking we're gonna go to the warrants for a long veteran run. That way I might be able to level up my Vestal and get her to level 5 so we can potentially try our luck at the Darkest Dungeon. That would be interesting. So let's take a look at the potential party against the pigs. We want to go Musketeer. We do not have a single level 5 one yet, so that would be nice. Potentially we can go with the Crusader and either the Man-at-Arms or the Leper. Or I can go actually with Leper and Man-at-Arms, but because we can receive stress from some of the swine, I would prefer to take the Crusader instead. So how about we do this sort of party, and let's take a look at what other options do we have for gear upgrades. Fully leveled up, fully leveled up. Okay, that's what I like to see. We're gonna save up at least money on the gear. We're gonna boost the healing of our Crusader we're gonna increase the accuracy on the musketeer, and we will deal with the dodge debuff by adding in the overture box. That's gonna definitely help with the +8 dodge. Now, when it comes to Vestal, I would probably like to put the Fortifying Garlic on her, with the potential of using the Tome of Holy Healing. That way she will be able to heal more. Even though it will reduce her HP, it's gonna help us out. The perk or the quirk Lazy Eye might cause an issue, but we should be able to pull that off. Let's see if any of the other quirks will negatively affect our heroes. Damn it, Fear of the Beast! That might cause an issue actually for us. Just because he's gonna keep receiving additional stress from facing the beasts, and swine count as beast. So, how about we unequip you? Yeah, the man-at-arms just wouldn't do us that much of a benefit. Okay, just reduced healing. But we would be having an issue with the positions being occupied. So let's take the man-at-arms therefore instead, because we are doing a long raid. So taking the leper, who would have boosted stress against the swine, would mean that I would probably have to utilize, let's say, the area box, minus 25% stress. I can therefore actually do that. That would make some sense. So instead of increasing his accuracy, because even this trinket increases the stress, so that's plus 10% stress, this is plus 15% stress. So the area box should negate both of the stress affected to the leper, and therefore we should be able to keep it down with our Crusader. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's take a look at the provisions. Long raid might mean we might be forced to camp out more time, so preferably taking 3 full stacks of food might not be the worst idea. Maybe 3 will be enough. 1 full stack of torches. I don't use the shard dust and laudanum against the swine. I'm not sure if that many of them can put like a horror effect on our heroes. So I'm gonna probably just keep this and we're gonna embark. Fingers crossed we will not end up totally wiped out. One thing which I just realized I did not check is if all of their talents have been fully upgraded to their levels, so that actually the talents used by them would deal the sufficient amount of damage. But hopefully we'll be able to pull through. Wish me luck, and let's head into Warrens.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Okay, so here we need to complete 100% of the room battles, which means if we do not have the scouting, we will be forced to check in on all of the rooms, which might lead us into more combat situations.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Or come across more traps. Beautiful hit.
As the fiend falls,
Really nice, really nice. We're gonna start dealing with the stress as soon as we can. Because we are dealing with veteran level enemies. So they can be placing more stress onto our heroes. Or even more worse diseases. We're gonna heal our leper, and our priority is right now the marcher.
Well struck.
Beautiful shot. It's a shame we actually do not possess the talent to mark any of the enemies.
Continue the onslaught.
That would allow us to make sure we can deal even higher damage, even without activating the critical. Let's do an AoE heal.
Momentary abatement.
So the marcher's turn has passed, therefore let's heal up some of the stress.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Really nice, really nice.
Ornaments. Neatly ordered. Lovingly admired.
So overall, what can be the potential plan that I might try for this dungeon? Option A would be to go all the way to the left, take one room down, then potentially turn back right, head down, make a nice little circle down here, and then continue all the way to this room. So maybe let's try that. And you see, another battle. But even if the Swine Gorer has stealth activated, we can still potentially hit him by using Leper's attack on two positions, because we can still target the Reaver. But he can of course dodge the attack. So let's deal with the debuff.
The way is lit. The path
And
is
the
clear.
bleeding damage.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Cool thing is that the stealth has been removed. Therefore, the opportunity for us to target the Gorer has become available to us. And by removing the debuff, we can bring our Musketeer or our Leper, sorry, back to the full health.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
So we actually do possess the portraits back at the town, but I'm not gonna say no to almost a full stack of them. So let's continue our journey. Okay, we have the torches. Let's see if we can remove any of the negative quirks, and let's take a look at who has one of the worst ones. Actually, I would prefer to use the leper to get rid of some of these. Fear of the Beast! Beautiful! I was actually hoping that would have been removed. That's definitely gonna help us. Kind of regret now taking this instead of the accuracy trinket, but oh well, we work with what we have. Here we are facing the potential to transmit a disease. Hopefully the fortifying garlic will prevent
Unnerved, unbalanced.
the Vestal to get any of that, but the debuff on the Crusader might cause him to actually get some sort of disease if we are not careful here. So let's keep working on the swine spawn. That might be a stun. She resisted. Beautiful.
Obliterated.
Really nice. I was afraid he would actually dodge that. Yeah, I could have gone with stress heal. Ah man, lethargy. That's annoying. -7 dodge for 3 rounds. That's gonna hurt our musketeer.
Confidence surges as the enemy
Let's
crumbles.
repay the favor. Let's start taking apart the Reaver.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Surprised he did not go for the musketeer again. We're gonna have to take a look at the lethargy. I'm really not a fan of having a disease right from the start of the dungeon run, but what can we do? I do not have that much fortifying garlic, honestly.
Destroyed. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So one thing which might be an issue for us is that all the medicinal herbs have been used and I have all these rooms left out. But oh well. We have removed both of the negative quirks on our leper, just due to the major fact that I forgot that the altar also tends to remove quirk. I haven't recorded footage for this for a bit longer, so I do apologize. Yeah, so remember how I thought nobody can deal horror damage or effect to our heroes? Why is there a ghoul then? Damn it! Ah well, never mind.
Executed with impunity.
Let's kick ass. Of course you're gonna target the Vestal. Let's move her a bit more to the back. And we have another lethargy, which reminds me I need to take a look at what's the effect of said disease on our heroes. The fun thing is actually that from something like a maggot, you can transmit multiple diseases. So by the end of one turn, or one combat, you can be leaving with even 3 diseases on one hero. So you really need to be careful about this.
Be gone, fiend.
I see that the Vestal's HP is down to the half, but I would rather make sure that these guys are all dead in order to prevent her having even more negative effects.
Returns even the boldest gaze.
Okay, let's heal yourself. Crusader will do a stress heal on the Vestal. Leper will target the ghoul.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
And I like that we are coming across deeds. We do require those. Okay, so that's another room battle that we definitely need to go through. Now when it comes to having the option to choose between 1,500 gold and 500 gold worth onyx, I'm gonna go with stack of 1,500 gold. Oh boy. Okay. This will be interesting. Definitely having a talent that would allow us to mark one of these bigger enemies would help us to deal much larger amount of damage to them. So we're just gonna take them apart. Maybe the Leper and Crusader can attack the Corpse Eater, while the Vestal and Musketeer will target the Swinotaur. That is, if the Leper will not get pushed to the back and get stunned. Unfortunately, he does not possess talents such as the Holy Lance that would allow us to propel more forward in our ranks.
A devastating blow.
And I like that despite reduced damage, our Crusader keeps dealing tremendous amount of damage to the enemy. So now the Swinotaur will prepare for engaging us once again. Corpse Eater's turn has still not passed. I'll actually try to target the Swinotaur just because his turn is about to happen. Let's heal the Leper, he might potentially be targeted. Or he's gonna go for the AoE damage. Gonna heal our tank. We're gonna keep dishing out damage to the enemy team.
Their cursed champion falls.
Swinotaur has been taken down. Now it's only the Corpse Eater to finish off. Let's heal everyone. These are some really massive hits. How are we on it when it comes to stress? Let's take down the Vestals at least a bit. Getting rid of this corpse will be now a priority for our Leper so that he can engage the Corpse Eater. So by killing the corpse or destroying the corpse, wow, look at that critical! You are definitely healing yourself. Musketeer can heal the Leper too. We're getting some buff from the Vestal heals or the Musketeer's heal.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Ah, cool, we got a cool trinket from this. When it comes to the other set of deeds, I'm gonna actually ditch the portrait. I might eat these provisions and take the portrait. I do believe we actually possess one of the demon's cauldrons. Onyx, that would be nice, but no thank you. I'd rather have a pile of gold in my inventory. So the issue which we are facing here potentially, of course, Caldershot is locked on this musketeer. How is that even possible? Never mind. What I need to take a look at is who has the highest disarm the trap percentage. All of our guys have 50%, so fingers crossed. Worked. Beautiful work from our Crusader.
Hacks laden with loot.
Unfortunately, the barrel, we do not have the medicinal herbs to interact with it. It'd be funny if we would come across another secret room. Did I just freaking call it or something? My god, man. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to that secret room later in the game. That is due to the fact that we have still two, and because I was talking, I forgot about the trap. We have still 2 firewood packs. So camping once would free up 2 inventory slots. So even if 2 puzzling trapezoids would be in the secret compartment, we would be able to take them, and we do want those. So I should light up a torch, and we're gonna start by targeting the madman and the swine spawn. And I still haven't checked what lethargy does to our heroes. I'm really enjoying battling these enemies. Sometimes it's good that you're trying to maintain some sort of pace and go through the battles, but then you are also able to do more mistakes because you are rushing things and not thinking it through enough. So sometimes be more careful, especially when it comes to the champion level rates. Beautiful shot. I actually haven't utilized any of the holy water yet, except of one fountain. So maybe a little boost to the leper would be helpful. And we can use one for also our
and improvement.
Crusader. So I actually need to take down the stress on him.
The end approaches.
And most of our party members has now increased stress levels, so that's gonna be something we will need to look into. You were previously able to take down these guys with 1 shot. Seriously, you're gonna keep him alive with 1 HP? Okay. I should have first gone for the core just because he has higher speed, so he would go faster. But I saw the large target in the front, so I was like, screw it.
The light, the promise of safety.
Beautiful hit.
Success so clearly in view.
So we're gonna
Or is it
leave
merely a trick of the light?
when Wayne stops talking with 1 full stack of portraits. I'm not gonna take the other one. However, I don't think I have the agility whistle for our Houndmaster. So let's use up the holy water. Take a look at the lockbox. So the question now is, should I camp in here, free up 2 inventory slots, and then go here and check the secret room and then continue down here? Yeah, I'm gonna probably do that because the path back will be easier. That was unfortunate.
Watch your step.
But we're gonna heal our party anyhow. Fortunately, the sack is empty, so no luck there. So let's camp at the start of our journey.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
We're gonna prevent the nighttime ambush. Gonna give our party a nice little boost. We're gonna reduce the stress for all of our heroes. And we're gonna go take a look at the freaking lockbox. And how in the world do I not possess a single
And purpose is made clear.
skeleton key? What the frick?
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Did I forget to buy them? Am I seriously gonna have to hit my forehead when I look over this when I will be editing the footage? Did I really forget to purchase the skeleton keys? Okay, it's the face palm from Naked Gun. -7 dodge is annoying. And I really need to take a look at the lethargy effect. -4 speed. Okay, so they will basically go later, or their turn in the combat will go later in any battle. And are you seriously not able to kill one of the swine spawns? That is just terrible. 36, here we have 50. Oh, come on, you have the fortifying garlic. You're supposed to be resistant to the disease. Unfortunately, the runs are worse than the lethargy. Let's reduce the stress on our leper. Let's kill 2 of these guys at once. That removes dramatically the HP of our heroes, so especially when it comes to class such as Vestal, that can be a really bad thing for us, especially.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
If the enemy decides to prioritize attacking your heroes. I'm not gonna interact with the pile of skulls because we do not possess holy water. I unfortunately have to go down here because I'm not sure if there isn't a single room filled with the enemies, and our goal here is to finish off all the room battles. So you see, we actually have to go up here. We're gonna skip this battle. We're gonna have to watch out for this trap, but I am forced to go into this treasure room. Unfortunately, I do not have the freaking skull key, which is really annoying because instead of 1,750, gold, we could have came across 3 puzzling trapezoids or something. Or trappers, so hadron, or how in the world am I supposed to pronounce the jewel? And how did one occultist brawler / gladiator make it in this party? I guess he really likes his bacon. I don't know what's the occultist diet, so what do I know? Problem here is that both the swine spawn and the marcher have higher HP pool.
To a killing blow.
She was fortunately not stunned. I'm gonna have to actually start dealing damage even with the Crusader.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
The -7 dodge might cause an issue, because if the Reaver decides to use Ball of Chain on the Musketeer, he can potentially stun her, and we would lose out on her turn, which would be definitely a bad thing for us. The bleed dealt by the Gladiator is not that damaging to the HP pool of a leper.
Mortality clarified.
Wow, he really likes to stun our Vestal. $68, 50, 51, 56. Let's reduce the stress a bit. Let's hopefully kill the Marcher. Yes, that's a small victory. Nice dodge, really nice. Let's go after the Reaver. Just because his turn has not passed yet. So we will dispose of him. Okay, or you're gonna totally botch this shot.
Death waits.
It was a nice
For the
critical.
slightest lapse in concentration. A decisive pummeling.
Let's deal to both of them some damage here. Now, because of the debuff, he's gonna receive lesser healing, but we still need to recover some of the HP. When his turn will come, we will reduce or utilize the bandage in order to deal with the annoying bleed damage, because it would go for 5 rounds. So that's overall 15 HP. Wasting sickness is another disease I do not like to see. So let's use this and kill the freaking spawn. Okay, we're gonna free up another inventory slot. I can live with that.
Momentary abatement.
Please hit. Thank you.
This expedition at least promises success.
Now, I have enough portraits. Do I want to take 2 more? The reason why this is something that I need to consider is due to the fact that I am not sure what can be inside of the chest. Despite me not having access to the skull key or the skeleton key, I might still need to open it. The anti-venom is not doing that much for me. So let's do it like this. So one thing is certain, we're gonna get at least some form of cash reward out of this trip. I think I might leave the 500 gold behind. So overall we have 4 full stacks of gold, we have 1 full stack of deeds, half a stack of deeds, 3 busts, 3 portraits, so that's a full stack. This is a half stack of crests, and almost a full stack of another portrait. Agility whistle might come in handy. There were some obstacles in here, so I would like to keep these shovels. Otherwise, I would be forced to return to this room, go all the way around, and then do that. So I'd rather just go through here, you know? So actually, I'm gonna keep or leave the 500 gold behind, and we're gonna move through the room that we came in and proceed to the left side of the dungeon.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
So the cool thing here is that after this battle, I can potentially do an encampment and free up 2 more slots in my inventory. Beautiful hit.
Quakes.
And by that, she reduces her stress and heals some of the damage dealt to her. What? Let's actually attack the Reaver, not screw around. Really need to kill these walking pieces of bacon.
The will to fight falters.
Yeah, she might get stunned here. That's a stun. $79 stress. We're definitely gonna have to deal with the stress on our Crusader. Let's do a group heal.
Sedated.
Nice recovery. Let's reduce the stress. Increase the light. Nice dodge. Really nice.
Eradicate.
Beautiful hit from our leper. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name, however. I'm not that crazy. I'm still having issue with the puzzling piece. Reaver has been taken down. Can reduce the stress on our Vestal. Target the Gorer. I was hoping she would have killed him.
Grievous injury.
That's a serious hit on our Vestal. Let's reduce the stress on our Leper as well. You will heal yourself. You will attack him, and that's that.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Now I can ditch these shovels because based on the map there are no more blockages, and therefore this room might be potentially the last battle that we might have to go through. I'm not sure if this room is also occupied by enemies. I'm not gonna take the anti-venom, and the jade does not have sufficient amount of value for me to take it. We're gonna camp
Gathered close
second
in
time.
tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
We're gonna prevent the nighttime ambush, reduce the stress to all of our party members. We're gonna increase the speed, and we're gonna rest up. So potentially, if we come across something useful in the treasure chest, we might have free inventory in order to occupy the 2 slots with something useful. I'm Unfortunately, this party will probably have to spend a week in sanitarium to remove all the nasty diseases they have acquired on this dungeon run. However, I'm skipping ahead and I should concentrate on making sure all of these guys will survive the dungeon run first. Because if I will be dreaming about the after, I might not pay attention and someone might end up dead. I'm so afraid the leper or someone else will leave with like more diseases. Let's attack the Reaver. Attack number 2. I was hoping the Musketeer would go before the Reaver, but unfortunately not. Target the swine spawn and dispose of the Reaver.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Overall, pretty efficient combat against this small group of enemies. Again, a bacon-loving guy amongst all the pork. Well, let's see if we can turn him vegan or something. It's 1 bacon down. I bet he's getting angry. Okay, so I don't think turning him vegan is now an option. Let's reduce the stress on the Vestal. Nice dodge, nice dodge. Really nice. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Nice critical. Potentially the leper can kill the Reaver. Yeah, he's gonna get the bleed, but I don't care about that right now, honestly, that much. So now the issue is the 2 corpses blocking the path to the Swine Marcher. That's something that I'm gonna have to look into most definitely. And that's most unfortunate.
Abatement.
Let's reduce your stress. Swing the sword at the 2 corpses. You should be able to kill them. Beautiful. Ooh.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I like that. I do like that. So since we have actually almost 2 full stacks of portraits, which I did not even notice, I'm gonna take the crests because we have used up most of ours back at Hamlet. So how are we looking right now? I'm gonna leave the Onyx and the portrait behind. Hopefully here I'm gonna come across more stuff. This was unfortunate, but this means that I actually need to go into this room as well to fight off the last party of enemies. That is of course before I get attacked by the roaming raiders. They have stealth activated on them, so dealing with them will be annoying. Especially because they will keep spawning the AoE damage onto all of our heroes. Oh, come on, man. He's left with 1 HP. Why are you doing this to me? Let's heal the leper. Obviously, the damage from these two will not be so high. But the cutthroat can target the first 2 rows, and that damage can be pretty dramatic. So hopefully the leper will be able to dispose of the cutthroat. I was thinking that the musketeer will actually attack the cutthroat, but she can now target the 2 Fusiliers, so let's go for that instead. Because remember, one of the first rules of Darkest Dungeon is to target whatever is all the way in the back of the enemy team. This usually includes all the stress dealing or range attackers. Stress dealing or ranged attackers? Stress dealing enemies or ranged attackers. Let's make it more acceptable to the English language, okay? Let's heal our leper. That was a beautiful, beautiful heal. Really nice shot.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Why am I coming across one freaking portrait after another? I really want to keep the freaking portraits. This would mean I would actually come out of this encounter with 3 full stacks. 12 blood vials are back at Hamlet, so I'm gonna sacrifice this one. Hopefully I will not regret it. I cannot interact with the rack of blades. So let's see what's in the last room. Okay, we have actually surprised them, so we're gonna go first.
Masterfully executed.
Yes! Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let's try and kill at least 2 of the enemy.
Precision.
This is even better. So the unfortunate thing here is that all of our heroes have transmitted a disease. Now the question is, who will be actually healed with higher priority so that I can take them on another dungeon run pretty damn soon after that? Most likely I might do an expert level dungeon raid after this. But I'm still missing a proper medic to do that. Okay, so beautiful. We have 2 full stacks of crests. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full stacks of gold. We have 1 full stack of deed. 3 full stacks of portraits. And I'm actually gonna keep the busts and leave these 2 most likely behind because I do need funds. Therefore the ruby is staying with me because it's really close to the full price or the full amount that you can stack up into one of your inventory slots when it comes to gold on its own. So this was a fun raid actually. Lots of challenging situations.
Some experiments should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
So overall, we're gonna come out pretty damn nicely out of this dungeon. So we are talking 3 busts, 9 portraits, 9 deeds, 24 crests, 14,500 gold plus 11,250 gold, additional 12 deeds, and the Raider's Talisman. Unfortunately, none of our heroes have reached level 5, which I don't mind. I can take them for one more run for the veteran level raid, and then probably all 4 of them will reach level 5, so we might get our first or another Vestal at level 5, but unfortunately that's gonna take some time before we can take them on another run, because all of our heroes are affected by diseases and higher stress. So off to the sanitarium they will go.
A fresh irritant, the sum. A sanguine memory to me.
So hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. It was a lot of fun doing a longer raid after a longer time, as the previous boss battles and the Color of Madness were much shorter and less challenging, especially on the first level. When we come across the boss battles later on, it's gonna be harder to deal with, for example, the 8-pounder or the Hag once again, because they will have higher HP pools. We're gonna be facing tougher enemies on our way towards them, and well, yeah. So before I say those final last words, I'm gonna wish you all the best. I'm gonna recommend you to check out the link in the description of the video to see what's other on the channel, and hopefully I will see you on the next episode here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel. Till then, I wish you all the best, and bye bye.